I'm Ashley.
I'm Lisa.
This is episode 37.
Mhm.
It is April 4th, or excuse me, 2nd. Wow.
April 2nd. Yeah. Losing a couple days.
Yes. We didn't know what day it was every day on vacation. We're like, what day is it?
Yeah, Ashley just got back from Disney.
Yes. So
Um,
it was fun. We were down there we flew down Thursday and then we got on property Friday and then we stayed till Tuesday.
Good.
So,
Easter's this weekend.
yeah.
Tomorrow's Good Friday. The
Mhm.
shop will be open normal tomorrow. Because I have a pretty big group that comes on Fridays. So anybody's off and wants to join us, you're welcome to. I'm making a dessert, like we call it Easter bread, but it's like a cream cheese dessert. So it's good. Yeah, that is if I go get groceries after this. If not, I'm not making anything. So you're not wearing hand knit.
I'm
I'm
not,
wearing, this is called the Tweedy Stripey. It is by Leslie Weber and I made it out of Aegean tweed. 4 different colors.
Mhm.
So like the red and tan and then the black and white. And it's pretty long, like a tunic, and then it repeats at the bottom. I wear this one an awful lot. This is kind of the sweater I like, kind of oversized,
Yeah.
longer, yeah.
Almost like a boat looking neck or
Yeah,
something.
this
like
one
it's
has a
pretty
boat
wide.
neck. There's no like collar, like I have a black shirt on underneath it, but it's like right there. I don't know what I did. Who knows? Who knows? Anyhow, yeah, but I wear it pretty often. I like these colors. They're all neutral.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm wearing. Aegean tweed, no idea of needle size, probably just whatever the pattern called for. You know, I made it a few years ago. So we're gonna kind of start into our FOs. Do you have any FOs?
I do not.
Okay, I have a few.
I'm hoping to have a couple next time you.
Yeah, well, you were on vacation, so. I finished this. I know, I think I talked about it last time, but we're doing a small shawls box. Or monthly, like, every month you'll get a small shawl, some trinkets, the yarn, the pattern, blah, blah, blah. This is a Stephen West. It is called Beaming Triangles.
Mhm.
I knit it with Heritage 6, which is almost a DK. I guess it's a DK yarn, and fluff. Honestly, I think if I made it again, I would not use the fluff.
Mhm.
I feel like you lose a little bit of the geometric look.
You kind of lose a little bit of pattern, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, I mean, it's soft and lovely. This is a hand-dyed silk mohair, that's been out on the shelf, but this may be one of the months, but I really think I would probably omit the mohair. I don't think it's necessary.
Stephen West does a lot of mohair.
He does. That's what the pattern recommended, but it's a shawl. Like, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
If I used fingering weight yarn, it would have been a little bit smaller. If I would have used, a worsted, it would have been a little bigger. No big deal, but it's super soft. Like,
Mhm.
it is so soft.
Oh wow.
I know, knitting it was like, oh, this is lovely.
This isn't what you made your Pepto Bismol sweater out of, is it?
No,
No. Okay.
different yarn, but boy, I really do like pink, don't
Yeah.
I? Anyhow, yeah, so this might be one of the months. I just finished blocking it, but it was fun. It was, I don't know, a quick knit, maybe a week,
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know. Yeah, but it wasn't bad. My next FO, well, I'm gonna show some FOs from other folks. I'm doing a contest and it's, I told you what yarn you needed to use. Projects need to be done by Sunday, Easter. So then I'm gonna post pictures of all the finishes and have folks vote. And then we'll see how many votes we get if I do like 1, 2 prizes, 3 prizes, whatever. So this is a customer's. This is crocheted, little cowl. It's really cute. The stitches are pretty. This is another customer's. Isn't this cute?
That it is.
So
It's like a little-
it's like it buttons, but I don't want to stretch it out. So it's like almost like a little fantail scarf, and then she did the button that will.
It's crocheted too.
Mhm.
Oh,
The
that's
button
so
is
cute.
crocheted. It's
There you go.
really cute. Yeah, but isn't that lovely? It's kind of like a feather and fan. It kind of looks like a feather and fan little bit. So, but isn't that sweet?
It is.
And the button she showed me last night, she brought it in last night at Sit and Stitch. You just put it through a hole. So like you can kind of adjust it of like how big or, how tight you want it around your neck. This is another customer's, and this one is like a real feather and fan. And what she did is use the bright colors on the edges, did a middle and a solid, and then went back to the bright. Isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
So yeah, so these are ones that will be in the running for a prize. I know of a few others that might make it in, but we'll see. And some have sent me photos on my phone, so I'm not gonna go through and find them, but there are a few more entries that that will be coming in. And I don't know the name of this pattern, but this is, I was blocking. So when people leave their stuff for me to block, you folks get to see it. This is another little small shawl. And this was done out of Kelborn Woolens Perennial, which I have in the shop. So it's really pretty. It has like a
that lace work on the edge.
lace detail and then almost like a ribbing. Yeah. But we're all, like, a lot of us are pretty much into these small shawls. They don't take a ton of yarn. They don't take a ton of time. And they're fun. So one other finish, and this is a gift, a wedding. Well, I think I'm going to give it to them at the shower, not the wedding, but my son is getting married in May. So I made him a t-shirt quilt. He doesn't watch this. I don't think any of my kids watch this, so I think I'm safe. But it is all of his t-shirts from high school. So yeah, I got it done this week. The shower is next Saturday, the 11th. So I know he's coming at the end of the shower, and I'm going to give it to him then. But kind of a wedding gift. And because I've had totes of his shirts at my house since he went off to college. So I got it done.
I was going through some stuff and I started a bag, and I'm just gonna be like, here you go, use what you can. And
Yeah. Well, and if you start keeping them now, like his little like Pee-wee soccer, sometimes I'll put like 4 of those together.
Yeah.
Or put a board, like it can all happen. So keep everything.
Well, this is all of my stuff. Like
Oh.
for me to get a t-shirt.
For you to get, I was thinking Ethan though, but
Yes,
like everybody out
eventually,
there, save, like, have a tote in the bottom of the closet that you throw in
Yeah, like those
shirts for someday,
Yeah.
to make a quilt when they graduate or go off to college, or it's really sweet.
Mhm.
And kind of a practical gift.
Yeah.
I've already done a few for graduates, kiddos that are graduating. I've done a few already. So I think that's all of my finishes. Yeah. So now we're gonna go into whips, what we're working on.
I have 3 because I'm gonna hopefully maybe get this done. So.
I have 3. So go ahead.
All right.
I've been talking.
So this is the one that, so this is just a vanilla sock that I started for my travel knitting. I did 15 rounds of knit 2, purl 2 ribbing, and then I did a 40 rounds of the leg. Did a fish lips kiss heel. This yarn is from Chicken Knits. I believe I thought I knew it. It's something girl party or girls just want to have fun, something like that. It was a sock set. So it came with this green up here, and then this is the main, and then it also came with this mini as well. So I'm going to do the toes in this one. I had originally thought about doing the heels, and then I had just started the heel, and I'm like, oh, it'll be okay. I'll just do sock or toes, and then for the next one. So I worked on this on the plane mainly, and then on our way to the airport, kind of a little bit here and there whenever we were in the parks. I usually take like, this is my little kind of sock knitting bag. It's nice because it fits in my backpack that I take to the parks, and I just kind of, when I'm standing in line or we're waiting for a ride or whatever, I'll kind of work on, get a couple rounds in. But I am, looks like 10-15 rounds or so after the heel, so see, kind of nice, easy, portable project.
Yep.
For this especially, I split my yarn, so I wound it up, and then I did like weighed it and did about half, so I have 2 50-ish gram cakes of yarn. and just kind of keep working on it. Hopefully have that done pretty soon.
Is that the first sock?
This is the first sock.
Okay.
So I did make I started the second sock just because I wanted to have them ready. I thought about doing a heel flap and gusset, and I was like, oh, I'll do both the legs and then do that. But then we were getting ready to leave that day, and I'm like, oh, I'll just do the fish lips kiss heel because it was less kind of time consuming. Don't have to worry about picking up stitches. So I have the cuff and I think like 5 rounds already done just so they were both ready.
Yeah.
Kind of to work in tandem, but I'll probably get most of this done and then work on the other one.
Yeah. This is, I mean, you guys are gonna be sick of seeing this, but this is my advent, but
Oh, you got some progress.
I did. So this is my progress keeper from last time. So I did, finish this kind of green and pink, and then I did all of the green, and this is the next color. It's kind of a tanny, taupey brown and, green again. So, I mean, I guess it's,
This one reminds me of like pistachio.
yes, yes. This was a reminder, this was my Chelsea Yarns Advent. I bought it for myself, and it's weird. Advents will be on sale here real soon.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually April, I feel like, is when they start, like you have to pre-order.
Yes.
So I ordered this like last April. I probably won't get one this year. I just, maybe every other year, unless, I don't know, unless one really speaks to me.
I think what I want to do this year is they do a lot of different ones that are like the striped socks where
Yeah.
you get.
I've done those. Woolens and Nosh has a really nice
Yes,
one.
they have one. There's the Cozy Knitter has one, and I think there's another one too that.
Polka Dot Creek might.
I don't know that they do an Advent one though.
Maybe not. They do a lot of Advents, but.
They do. So I know the Woolens and Nosh came in a bag. They're already split into 50-gram cakes. So all you have to do is just pull, and it kind of keeps that surprise. So you don't have to wind it up, so you don't really know what's coming. And most of them have like 24 stripes or 25 stripes. So you do like a stripe a day.
And that was in my redesign bag. I am going to be placing an order for these. Now, they are not cheap. They are leather. They are, what's really nice, I'm going to kind of put it on the table here.
Yeah.
What's really nice is they open flat. The way they zip is like diagonal. I have like, I didn't work on these. I'm not going to show, but I have a sock in here. I have like a notions bag, ruler, like I have tons of stuff in here. And the way it zips, it then is like a, you know,
Like a square, but
yeah,
it's nice that it opens up so you can see things.
it can lay flat. Like I usually keep it on the floor beside me when I'm knitting at home, and then I just my only thing is I'm not a huge fan of zippers because I stuff my bags so full and I end up zipping my yarn into
Yes.
them. But if
And-
you don't stuff them full,
And those are like nice heavy duty zippers that would probably cut your yarn.
yeah, so
Unfortunately.
really nice. Like in the front pocket here, I have all my Chow Goo, like little sets. Yeah, so, oh, and a Tums. But yeah, like I was taking this with me to shows, and I have all my, you know, stuff I would need, scissors and needles and stuff. So these come from overseas, and I was kind of holding off. Tariffs were being a little iffy there for a while, but I think it's all figured out now. But I'm pretty much only gonna do pre-order because they're pretty pricey.
Yeah.
But I know a couple of my customers, they want there's like 3 or 4 colors. There's a darker brown, and then there's black. And I have 2 of them. This is the bigger. And honestly, if you're gonna get one, this is the one I would get. The other one doesn't have this, and the handle's different. This one's much more used.
Front too.
It doesn't have the front, and maybe it only has this. Maybe it doesn't have
The
this.
handle, I think so.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And which one is that? Does it
The
say?
39.
39.
This is the 39. They have tons of bags. They're all super, super nice and cute. But
They are, and you can look online to see.
yeah, like
on
if
their
you want
website.
one, let me know and I'll order when I'm, you know, placing an order. But I'd gotten an email that they were working on tariffs on their end, and I just need to go back through my emails and see if everything's kind of, and then I can place the order. Another whip?
Yes. My other one I worked on a little bit. I'm getting really close, so now I'm kind of having more ambition. Is my Star Island socks, and it has this kind of cool like little starry
Pretty.
pattern on them. I tried it on. I have about 1.5 inches. It was about 2 fingers before I needed to start my toe. So I kind of marked it whenever I tried that on, so I had an idea. And then I'm debating whenever I do the second sock if I'm gonna flip the colors, like use pink for the heel and the folded over hem here, and then I'll like switch them out for the blue. I haven't quite decided yet. It's not a hard pattern. It's a 2-row repeat, and it's honestly just because I have to switch and I have to like pay attention to it that I haven't been really working on them.
So
much.
you use one, it's like mosaic, slip stitches?
Pretty much, yeah. It's
So you're only using one yarn
yeah,
per
you're
row?
only using one yarn per row, and then every other row you switch colors.
Mhm.
And it's nice because what you do with the pink yarn, you do every time with the pink, and what you do with the other one is so you're just kind of always using that same one. But it's just
You have to
kind
think
of
a little
you have to
bit.
think a little bit, and it's not like I can't just mindlessly go and go and go.
Right.
But it's not actually that bad. I just took me a little bit to get back into them. So, and I didn't want to have to carry 2 balls of yarn for
Right.
Disney.
My next whip is the Hito Fude. We're doing this as a knit along. It started, Rebecca from Dusty Tree was wearing this at Floth. That was for the Love of Fiber, the fiber event that was 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. It's a cardigan, and the premise is Hito Fude means single brush stroke in Japanese. So this pattern, you're supposed to never cut your yarn. So basically it's one strand from one end to the other. So it is knit. I am using hand dyed. I dyed some yarns just for this. I was trying to get Tony's color. So when we were at, for the Love of Fiber, we all decided we were going to make this and maybe wear it to Frederick at the end of the month. So I was kind of shopping for yarn or shopping for what I wanted. So I picked out 3 skeins of Tony's yarn, had it ready to pay, and she said, no, you cannot have it. So she put it back. She sent, which it was browns and taupes and I think some specks of blue and maybe purple. Anyhow, orange. I know there was orange. So she sent me a picture of the yarn and all the dyes she used. Well, I had none of the dyes. Like we don't. So this is not at all even remotely close, but this is what I dyed.
So
It's
pretty.
very pretty. Like
Yes.
it's purpley blue.
It's like very springy.
Yeah.
So
What you're doing is right now I'm making a big rectangle that actually ends up being sleeves and across the back. Not quite sure how this all goes together, but we'll figure it out. But anyhow, I'll end up doing like a 3 needle bind off.
So is this also the back part at all, or
Yes.
so somehow like your actual body?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then I don't know, like I don't read patterns ahead. I just go. I just do what it says. I don't read ahead. But then eventually, like the next part will be like under my arms. Like then I'll start back and forth, I believe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be you're kind of working from the top down.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
I was
like,
thinking it was opposite.
So like I'm doing this part.
Okay, that makes more sense. I thought this was like the bottom and then you were folding.
No. So like you do a 3 needle bind off for the sleeves. So right now, okay, here's a schematic. It's a paid for pattern, but whatever. So like right now I'm doing this. And then I will end up joining here and here for sleeves. And then I start with the body. So it's lace. It's an 8-row repeat. I've finished 10 of, I need to do 14. Those are my Addy clicks.
I was gonna say they're shorties.
It's a size 4 Addy click shorties. Love them.
Yeah,
These are my preferred needles. So this is a US 4, which is what pattern called for. I think Rebecca went up and maybe Tony went up, but I'm a loose knitter, so I don't ever go up.
Fabric too.
Yeah, I do like the fabric. Now this is a non-super wash, so it's 100% wool, but it's really soft for woolly wool.
Yeah.
It is not itchy in the least. It almost feels a little bit cottony if I had to, but it is.
And it has a really high twist to it too.
So I'm really enjoying it. So this is my second skein. I've started my second skein, and then my third skein. And with hand dyes, they're a little off.
Mhm.
but it'll be fine. It'll kind of fade. I was gonna actually like start knitting a little bit early and like switch out, and I was like, "Ah, who
Mhm.
cares? I didn't feel like doing it last night, so yeah. So I am hopefully today we'll get the last four. Well, that'd be like 32 rows, maybe not.
Yeah.
I may not
it's a
get
little-
that much done, but we'll see. Definitely this weekend I'll be able to like do the sleeves and then start the body. So I should be on track to have it done for Frederick.
Yeah.
Get it blocked because this will definitely need blocked.
Oh, definitely. for
Yeah,
all
the
that
lace
lace.
will definitely need blocked. So yeah, but I know I have two people making it here. I think Tony has a customer making it um, from her shop. So yeah, there'll be a bunch of us running around in those.
My next one for loose stitches is my second half sweatshirt. So this was I didn't want to make socks on the way down to the airport, so I wanted something a little bit bigger. So I think I did probably at least 3 rows for, 3 repeats for the sleeve decreases. So I have a good maybe 3 inches on the sleeve and probably close to the same on the sleeve too.
Mhm.
So it's just kind of that it's getting that big and I'm on Sleeve Island and I just need to force myself to work on
It's
it.
really pretty though.
So I'm excited. I'm probably going to be a little bit too warm already to wear it, but it'll
Are
be
they
nice
full
for
length
fall.
sleeves?
They will be full length sleeves.
Okay.
And what I have now is I have them both going. So I have one ball that I'm working from inside and outside on. And then what I'm gonna do is because I have plenty of this yarn, but I wanted to do the sleeves and then restart the length first before I open another ball of yarn,
Mm-hmm.
just to kind of use it up. And I have this one's a little bit kind of dye-lotty, you can tell.
Is that chicken knits?
This is Yarn Smiths.
Yarn Smiths.
So this is also there. The green one will be the sleeves and the bottom too. So I have plenty of that. But I'm excited. It's going to be kind of a nice, bigger, oversized sweater. Be nice for fall. But it'll keep working on it. Hopefully, I have it done soon. But something to keep chugging along.
Pretty. My next one is for the love of fiber. I saw some really like inspiration, like people wearing sweaters, like, and I was like, oh, I love that. What is it? Oh, I love that. What is it? So, I saw a girl wearing this. It's called Vest Number 66 by Daisy and Peace, and it's a paid for pattern. But if you see, it's just a little vest with like ties, and I saw it on a girl. It was darling, so I started one. So I'm just knitting back and forth. I didn't get super far, but I am using Patagonia. It's 100% wool again, and I'm in the middle of a row. I'm also using my Addy Clicks, a size 6. So, which I believe is what the pattern called for. You make 2 panels and then you add the ties later. But I didn't get super far, but I have this one, and then I saw a girl wearing, it's called, I believe, the Wave of Change. And I believe that pattern comes in a cardigan and a pullover. I saw a lady wearing the cardigan and it was darling. So that's one of my next knits is the Wave of Change. I'm almost positive that's what it's called. Because I put them all in my favorites, like while we were standing there talking.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I love shows, like seeing what people are wearing and asking like what it is and
Yeah, I remember I went last year and I got a lot of compliments on my my green sweater. It's a tin can knit one. Love Note. Because I did it short sleeve and a lot of people said they've never seen it short sleeve. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah.
I had to teach AEMT class, so I couldn't go.
Yes, she had to miss it this year.
Yes.
It was really well attended. I did well. Yeah. So my next show will be Frederick, Maryland. It is April 25th. I've been a lady. She sent us out There's 4 buildings of vendors, so it's a
Oh, yeah.
pretty big festival. It's one day only. It's Saturday only, like 10 to 4. So I usually go down Friday, set up, stay over with Tony and Rebecca, my buddies. And then, do the show and then drive home. I pack up and drive home Saturday night. Um, so, um, they sent us out a map and this will be my third time being there. Last spring was my first. And I was in an odd building. It's like this little building and they were doing like demonstrations and I'm not even sure what they were demonstrating. It was like gladiator stuff. They kind of had like
Jeez.
catapults and it was an odd, and people would look in the building and then walk around it and go to the next building. Like it, so it wasn't the best location, but it was my first time there. Like you don't get to be picky when you're a newbie.
Yeah.
So I was in the same building, so I emailed the lady in charge and said, if at all possible, if you have any cancellations, could I please be moved? That, I didn't have great success. Now, the fall show, I was in a different building and did very well. So, like, literally, she emailed me back and said, yes, I will keep you in mind,
Mm-hmm.
and I kind of said, I appreciate all you do. I know it's a ton of work, so don't, like, it's fine. If I'm there, I'm there. And the next day she emailed me and said, hey, we had a cancellation. I've moved you.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. Like,
That's-
people are so nice.
Yes.
And I know it's a ton of work. Like, they put a lot of work into putting people, but,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm right across from Tony.
Oh, that's really nice.
It is nice because when you go to a show by yourself, like,
Mhm.
if you have to pee, heaven forbid, or, whatever, get a drink, like, you're by yourself. Like,
Mhm.
hopefully you have nice neighbors, which 99.9% of the time, your neighbors are very nice.
Mhm.
Be like, hey, I'm running to the bathroom. Will you watch my booth? Like,
And I feel like most customers too are like, oh, hey, I'm watching their booth,
right.
they'll be back.
And
in
I have a
5 minutes.
friend that lives down there and she always comes and she brings me snacks, and she used to live here and moved down there.
Mhm.
So she always, she like volunteers at this festival and she always comes and relieves me and, brings me snack. So sweet. People are sweet.
Yes.
The couple more things. Do you have anything else?
I do not.
Okay. I did the April small shawl bags. They ended up being bags. I called them boxes, but so like this is kind of like what you get. And in there is yarn, a pattern, some goodies, a couple freebies. So, April's is done. I will be doing another one for May, and I'm doing knit and crochet. I had requests. So I think I had 3 people and they've all picked up theirs. So I think I have 4 more left, 4 more small shawl bags. The knitted ones to pick up. So, the crochet have all been picked up, and then I'll be probably mid-April, I'll be posting for May. That way it'll give me a week or so to, get them ready and have them ready to go out, by the 1st of May. And the last thing I want to talk about is the PA Yarn Quest.
Yes.
So that is Tony Ritchie came up with this. She has the passports. They were delivered today. Passports will be going out to stores today or tomorrow. And what it is, it's a 6-month long yarn crawl. We have 31, I believe, 30 or 31 stores, farms, or fiber. Like, it has to be a store or a farm. Like, and you can also get stamps. If one of us is at a fiber festival, you could get a stamp there. Passports are going to be $5 each. And then if you it says, and our website is live. It is up. It is beautiful. Jolie,
I will try and link it. I'll link it below.
Okay.
I know Tony's been posting on the Instagram. I've seen her post a couple.
We have an Instagram just for PA Yarn Quest. We have a Facebook for PA Yarn Quest, and then privately, like on our own pages, we are posting or sharing, trying to get as much interest as we can. This is our first year. We know there's going to be bumps. We know, but we've put tons and tons of hours into planning. Like, Tony has done the majority of the work. So, the passports arrived today. They were ordered. So she is batching them up. Each shop is getting 10 passports to sell, or if they send us extra money, they get 20. And then they can get more, like if they need more. So I will have passports for sale here very soon. They're $5 each. You go to as many Pennsylvania stores as you can, and where you're gonna find the information is on the website. So the passport's pretty plain, like it says our shop name, our address, that's about it. You go to the website, scan the QR code, takes you to the website. That's where you're gonna find all the details about the shop.
Okay.
And like if you're traveling, email or phone ahead and say, hey, we're gonna be in town, like, are you open?
Yeah.
I know, like, I'm closed Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays, but if someone reaches out to me, I'll come in as long as I can.
Yeah.
If I'm home or, don't have 4 grandkids that I'm babysitting, which I could bring them, but might not be your best shopping experience. But anyhow, so yeah, so you're gonna have 6 months, and then we set it up in tiers. So if you go to 10 stores, you get an exclusive stitch marker pack. We're having them made just for the PA Yarn Quest, not gonna be sold anywhere else. If you go to 20 stores, you get a t-shirt. If you go to 30 stores, you get a PA Yarn Quest sling bag. Gonna be an embroidered sling bag. And then if you would go to every store, you get all the prizes. So I think it's kind of fun,
Yeah.
especially if you're traveling this summer, look up, we're on the website is gonna be kind of a map of PA. And Julie, is doing our website, and she has done, I couldn't do it. I mean, she's done, I actually have a friend who was helping us, and she saw the website and said, it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Ton of work, not my wheelhouse, so thank you, Julie. So she'll have the state broken up, like, and kind of pins where all the shops are. So like, let's say you're going to Pittsburgh for the weekend, look and see what's there. I know there's probably 7 or 8 shops participating just in the Pittsburgh area. But we wanted you to have to like kind of venture out a little bit and not just stay in your, let's say you're from Pittsburgh, not just stay in your backyard.
Yeah.
Like, go visit someone new. Like, that's why we're doing this, is to kind of get people into shops that they may not have known about. So, well, I was kind of hoping for like 40 shops. So I think 30 is not bad for our first year.
First year.
Yeah.
And I wonder too, especially in the future, if PA sheep and wool does not come back. Like maybe
I heard
that.
next year.
Okay.
I heard it might be a biannual, is what I've heard. And that's just through the fiber community. Like, but coming up, we have a new show. Stitchburg is, it took over for the PA Creative Festival,
Pittsburgh Creative Arts.
something like that.
Something, yeah.
It's a 3-day show in Pittsburgh, so I'll be there for the first. No one's done it before. Stitchburg is new. And they're doing great things. They're going to have great classes. So,
and that is Chicken Knits and
Yarnsmith.
Yarnsmith. Okay, that's what I thought. I knew it was
Chicken Knits and Yarnsmith. So yeah, that's the 2 of them. They bought the company and they're putting on this, and they're doing a ton of work too. Like any of these things are a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
So, but I really think it's going to be, I think people are going to be excited. It's back at the Green Tree, where it used to be, I believe.
I know there's a lady in the Love and Stitches membership that she comes from, I think, Virginia or West Virginia to that, because it's kind of a nice, just straight up from where she lives. And she said that she liked it where it was before because it was in a hotel. She could go back and rest, and she just gets a room there. So
is she a vendor, or is she's a participant or a shopper?
She's a shopper. Yeah,
okay.
She's a customer. She just comes.
They're doing lots of classes, and I know Sam, who's Mr. Yarnsmith, he is looking for some classes maybe for gentlemen.
Okay.
Like maybe fly tying.
Oh.
Yeah, so like they're really trying to do some great things. So that's not going to be till August. So coming up, I have Frederick, and then in May is the Central PA Yarn Festival, which is in Hughesville. I don't know if I have anything in June or July. And then August, September get pretty busy again. So yeah, but I'm dyeing lots of yarn. I wanted to show you real quick.
Yes,
This was my
fabulous.
Yeah, this was my yesterday's dream. So I had minis. I just made a muck of it. I had minis. I'm out of yarn to dye. So, well, I'm not out, but I'm out of the yarn I want to dye. So I did place an order. So while I wait, I had bought all these gradient minis. Where's number 3? On the company I order from had a Black Friday sale. I am really messing these up. Yeah. So I did gradient mini sets. So now this is actually going to be 2 different sets. On each of these zip ties. I have 2 minis, but you can see like it's
Mhm.
a green fade. And I literally have the rainbow back there drying. These are
Yes.
still wet, but I have a rainbow plus neutral. So I did reds, orange, yellows, green, blue, purples. I have a burgundy, a navy, a gray, a brown.
Yes. Gray brown. I think that's.
That might be about all.
Yeah.
But I have an entire rack that looks like a rainbow. So these are still wet and drying, but they will be skeined up for sale in the shop probably next week. And I think, like, I don't know, people are like, what do you do with minis? Like, what do you, anything.
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking like a simple shawl where
Are there
you,
5?
there's going to be 5.
So that's a full hang. That's a
A
full
full
skein of
skein.
yarn. So
Right. So you could fade it, like do like a simple like Sophie scarf,
mhm.
and you could fade it. You can do a triangular shawl and fade it. Like
Yeah.
you could hold it with a mohair. You could like endless. If you look up on Ravelry, like Scrappy or possibly Gradient
Or fades. There's a couple.
fades.
There's Andrew Maurer has a couple fade patterns. I'm trying to think. There's even like Advent ones too. You know, look for
Mhm.
something that uses smaller amounts.
Yeah, but you could do. I mean, you could do a sweater.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, especially if you got 2, you could kind of fade it in and then fade it back out, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's so I'm really excited. It turned out well. Like
Mhm.
sometimes my
They-
ideas don't always, but
No, they look really good back there.
yeah, it's fun to just look at them.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully tomorrow I can start like scanning these up, and 2 days of drying should be pretty good.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's about all I have.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Anything else?
We'll talk about some winners of the contest next time. Maybe
Yep.
show some more.
Look, if you don't like my Facebook page, that's where you'll see I'm going to post pictures of all the entries and then ask for people to vote on Facebook. Yeah. And if you're not following, follow PA Yarn Quest on Instagram, Facebook.
And I'll add the website. I'll add the link
Yes.
to the website below.
And like I have cards out front. You can grab one of those cards. It has the QR code. Yeah.
I think it'll be fun.
So until next time,
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
happy
Hopefully.
crafting.
Bye.
Bye.